This year alone, they have spent 18 billion naira to renovate Aso Rock. Onovo knocks Tinubu's administration. Can you imagine? They have spent 18 billion to renovate Aso Rock. What is in that Aso Rock? What is in that Aso Rock that was spending so much money to build and to rebuild? Every time, throughout Buhari's time, they were spending money to rebuild Aso Rock. They rebuild the presidential villa. They rebuild the hospital that even the president could not use. Everything. They're spending huge money. They can't even spend thousands. They spend billions. And they say Nigeria does not have money. What is it in their house that are spending billion for? What is it that are spending billion for? I truly don't understand. The presidential candidate of the National Conscience Party, NCP, in 2015, Martin Onovo, has stated that the present administration led by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is very wasteful. They're wasting money. Onovo stated this while reacting to the 2.18 trillion naira supplementary budget approved by the National Assembly. Speaking to Daily Sun, the former NCP flag bearer insisted that such a move was wasteful and unpatriotic. He lamented that the ruling party has spent 18 billion naira to renovate Aso Rock presidential villa this year alone. Onovo argued that the 18 billion naira could have been used to construct 120-kilometer new roads. So according to him, it is very wasteful and unpatriotic. The false pretense associated with the presidential yacht, the provision to support INEC charades, and the scandalous cash transfer provisions, the 4 billion naira to renovate Aso Rock Villa after the Presidential Transitional Council spent 14 billion naira renovating the same Aso Rock Presidential Villa this year. Okay, Aso Rock Presidential Villa this year. This year alone, the ruling party has spent 18 billion naira renovating the Aso Rock using the AFDB, median rate for road construction. 18 billion naira can complete 120-kilometer new roads. And that's if they would do it. The 400 billion naira for the Ministry of Defense, may vanish like previous appropriations. So the 200 billion naira for the scandalous cash transfer can complete over 1,330 kilometers of new roads. The distance from Port Harcourt to Sokoto is only 1,275 kilometers. Also, this confirms that the Tinubu administration is unpatriotic, prodigal, incompetent, and against the Nigerian populace. So what we're saying here is that Tinubu's government is proven to be very, very wasteful. The kind of money they share and spend, starting from the presidential yacht that was to cost almost 4 to 5 billion naira, and then $1.5 billion or 1.5 billion naira again for the renovation and buying of cars for the office of the First Lady. So are they there for themselves, or they are there for the masses? Because the way things are done now, I'm pretty sure that they are there for themselves. They are there for themselves. The money they have spent 18 billion naira to renovate Aso Villa. All this money could have done a lot in the Nigerian economy if it is not taken by them on a personal basis. So and all of these things we are talking about is just unfortunate. And the money, according to this writer, shows that the money can actually build almost 1,200-kilometer roads. We don't have good roads. We don't have anything. We are concentrating on just Aso Rock Villa, Aso Rock Hotel, Aso Rock Hospital, Aso Rock this, Aso Rock that. And you still don't use them. for our money. It's not used there. So the way it is quite obvious that Tinubu's government is actually wasteful, according to this writer. And I think he might be correct. When you look at the way money is turning around, going left to right, the way they're calling billion, like radio money, and you don't see where they're putting it. And meanwhile, Tinubu is going to go and borrow again, because they're borrowing to hold the exchange rate of Naira. They're borrowing to, to spend and not to invest. We're borrowing indiscriminately that we can pay. Oh, wow. So what we're seeing here shows that Onovo, what Martin Onovo is saying is very correct when you look at exactly the trend of things today. The way the economy is going, we are borrowing, we're not seeing the effect. The same way Buhari borrowed from China, borrowed everywhere. We didn't see where he spent the money up to now. Now that it's gone, we are seeing that all his ministers were thieves, including Emefiele. They need to bring back somebody like Garba Shehu, somebody like Malami, the Attorney General of the Federation. They need to bring those people back because they seem to have taken more than enough money from Nigerian coffers. The Melekari, the NNPC, GMD need to be checked. Almost all the people that work with Buhari need to be called back and to be investigated. And as if that is not enough, Tinubu and his men have started. And their own might be worse than what we saw during Buhari time. I tell you the truth. These guys are mean and they're desperate to steal, to sustain themselves. And who is Buhari and who is Tinubu? They are all the same. They are all the same. So just like what Tinubu is doing now, spending in a manner that is obviously not adding value, is propagating the so-called change that Buhari started. So how long are we going to continue to borrow like this? And how long are we continue to spend recklessly? Repairing or rebuilding or maintaining the Aso Villa is where we are spending almost 18 billion naira. What is in that villa? What is in that house? What is it that is there that they cannot manage? And then when they finish servicing and cleaning, they will be living in Dubai or India, or UK or in Lagos. They will not even stay inside. I know that Jagaban sometimes will be working from Lagos, from his Lagos house. He's not going to be in that Aso Villa every day. I know that. Oh, wow. So thank you for listening. I'll have your comment. That is the state of Nigerian government spending.